Hey guys, welcome back to Grim Reaper, coming at you for another video of Raidshadowlegends. Hopefully you're doing well and looking after yourselves. Hopefully you're having a great start to the week as well. We're back on my account, and in today's video we're going to be looking at a formal fusion champion who I've actually not had the chance to look at the moment. I thought this was a good opportunity with CVC to book her up, etc. I've actually used her quite a bit in Curse City, so I wanted to book her up for that and then also look at her for her main areas as well. I'm talking about no other champion than Xenol the Blade Master. For this video, I'm going to call her Blade Master because we all know I suck at names. So I'm not going to try and make this any pretty or anything like that. Before I get into a kit, I will drop all of the timestamps below. You guys can go check that out. If you want to skip this bit, you can. I'm going to go through everything else. This is for Finite 10, and this is a super in-game comp. However, she can be used in Finite 6 and 3 with fairly free-to-play speeds and with free-to-play, with late-game gear, I suppose. So let's go and take a look at kit. We're going to start with A1. Blade combo, attacks one enemy 3 times. Each hit has a 30% chance of placing a weaken. Damage will increase with the box for 3 bucks, and this will be for 2 turns. Then we have Blade Strike, attack one enemy 4 times. Each hit has increases this champion's turn meter by 5. Also places a 30% increase speed buff on all allies for 2 turns. This is on a 3-turn cooldown once blocked. And then your Blade Spin, she'll attack one enemy 4 times. Before attacking, places an increased attack on this champion for 2 turns. This attack and second attack will have a 75% chance of placing a leech debuff for 2 turns, and a third and fourth chance will have a 75% chance, booked up to 100, to place a decreased attack for 2 turns. Super nice abilities for sure. Then she has a passive active and a active effect. So let's just see what's going on here. Increases the damage this champion deals by 1 for 1% of each HP loss, stacks up to 30%. 50%. This increase the damage doubles if the target is under defense down. Defense down. Okay, decrease defense. There we go. Then the active skill prevents his champion's death and keeps them at 1% of 1 HP when hit with by a fatal hit. If this skill prevents this champion's death, will heal them by 50% of their max HP. Will not prevent this champion's death if they are under a heal reduction debuff. Then she has a increased speed in all battles, so in the dungeons by 30%. As you can see, we've got fairly good stats as well, and etc. So then we'll crack on with this. So let's get into the finite run then, and let's see how we are looking. So it's not a personal best team of mine, but you know, it's something that we could work on for sure. And the stats are a bit low for my team, so it's something we can work on, and a couple of things that you can tweak as well if you can get the damage, etc. So go ahead. We're just going to start working our way through the waves, which is the most important bit. The Bastion Blesh, so the A3 from Gino has been switched off for first and second wave, and we want it to make sure it's ready for the third wave for the boss. So that's something we'll look at. We clear the first wave in 30 seconds. Pretty nice and neat. No complaints there. And then we're just doing our thing here as well. And then Gino's could come in with his E2 and then carry on working through like so. This would generally only really fail against a boss when Gina is failed on an A1, and then that's when it's going to mainly fail. Like pretty much the same with any finite team right now on finite 10. If you've got the blessings and empowerment, stuff like that, obviously your team will be way more closer to 100% than most. So I'd say this is around about 95%, like most finite teams with like low level blessings, etc. I do have the Xena 5-star just from the, I think it was the champion training or the path events and stuff like that. So I've had a few people speak about her. I know Jeremy in my streams is a very big fan of her, to be fair, and he uses her quite a bit on Finite 10. I think he uses it in a bit of a different team, but he's definitely been going on about her for the past couple of weeks. So been kind of bugging me to do something about it. So here we are, Jeremy. This one's for you, mate. And then here we are with all the counter attacks, ally attacks. We have got super high speeds as well. So if we can get a bit more damage there on the Bess and Bash, we will be looking a bit more funky for sure. Then you gotta come through. Then that's when Reaper's gonna do his job, and then a few other last touches coming up from Zila. So yeah, not super fastest team, not my fastest team, not my personal best. We have seen a bit faster on my account before. But as you can see, Xeno's coming in with 2.2 million damage. Cardio and then everyone else really not doing as much. Kaimar coming with 1.1, and then Gina obviously coming in with 4.6. Sorry, 4.2. So nearly doing as much as Gina, halfway under, right? So yeah, obviously we've got Soul Reaper on both. If you can get a better build on Blade Master, then you could also take Phantom Touch here as well. That wouldn't be too bad. So these are the things that we'll look at. Let's go and have a look at the preset then. And I'll show you all the presets. The presets are a little bit complicated, so that's something we'll look at. So Blade Master, who's the today's showcase on, we turn off the Blade Strike on round 2. Round 1 is perfectly fine, and then round 3 we've got the Blade Strike turned off, but then also with the opening just to help speed up the comp a little bit. And then Cardio is just basically the same, and then we're going to open with the A1. So turn off the ally attack on the second wave, then open with the A1, and then pretty much open with ally attack like we would normally would on most comps as well. And then this time we've turned off the A2. Makagi, obviously you're turning off the metamorph throughout the whole of the wave. Now if you are struggling with stats or survivability, and you're trying to do a team similar to this, maybe you're going to go less speeds or less damage. For 6 you can turn on the second metamorph to help with the waves. We're actually going to start off with an ally attack on round 1, and then an ally attack we're going to switch off ready for the boss, and then you're going to open with the A1 here. And then against the boss we're going to start with the ally attack, and then we turn this off just so she does the lashing Shadow Lash a bit more. So Blade Master goes, obviously they're both Shadow King, so that will proc the ally attack, their counter attack or whatever they want to call it. So yeah, they call it the ally attack from a Shadow King faction. So that's one thing to kind of take in note. And then really Kaimar is pretty much simple. He's just switched off all the way through, and then you're just gonna put on the Seal of Magic. And then G-Nut really is just pretty basic. Everything switched off here. The Fury of the King switched on for the second wave. And then Blessed Bash switched on for the boss. And then Fury of the King switched off. So pretty self-explanatory masteries there. Nothing too shabby. So we'll start off with Blade Master's build. Kind of show you what's going on. We do have a lethal set here. And stuff like that. We do have a bit of extra bonus damages coming in from Curse City. So we do have only attack 4,500, really trying to get that towards 600. I could heal put in Savage just to get a bit of a better build, most likely. Then you've got the speeds of really, really high speeds. But we do have a big speed aura. So we have got 315 of speed aura and then 300 critical damage with the Great Hall bonuses from the live arena, and then also blessing. And then we have got accuracy as well, 415, and then we've got another 20% ignored defense there as well. So let's go for a kit quickly. We've got attack here, critical damage, and then attack ring. And then coming through with pretty much the south, same as well, and etc. So Reap or Blessing, Phantom Touch, whatever you want to fancy. Then these are the blessings. Let me just go ahead and just move my camera a little bit. So these are the blessings that we got. We've got Giant Slayer here and stuff like that. We got Cycle of Magic, and then Hexa for the weaken and decrease attack, and then pretty self-explanatory masteries there, really. Let's go take out our G-Nut then. So for Gina, we do have a lethal set as well. Sorry, savage set on him. He used to be lethal, I took him out. So these are the stats. Gina is meant to be the second slowest of the comp, and then Kaima obviously the slowest one. Sorry, did I switch on finite here? Finite here, so it takes us a critical damage up to 357, speed of 265, critical damage. So defense we've got 4,000, and then we have like 55,000 HP, 400 accuracy, and then ignore defense as well, which is maxed out in a Great Hall. And then pretty much self-explanatory: accuracy or defense here, critical damage, and then defense. And then pretty much same here: speed, defense, and then critical damage, and self-explanatory there as well. And then R.I.P, you could take Phantom Touch as well. And then these are the masteries that we are running. Again, probably not the best masteries, but these are doing. I don't think I've ever reset them. I have once, so that's something you can take a note of. And then we can come in with Kaima after. So Kaima is this one. Now Kaima can go in Savage to speed up your comp, and I would recommend putting him in Savage if you can. I've just basically took my old Kaima build and just tweaked it to be lower speeds and just make it work here. Attack we have got 4,666. Critical damage we've got 280, and then accuracy of 320. Now the accuracies are only really for the wave for the A2, and it kind of helps a little bit. And then ignore defense for extra 20%. Now I have added a cruel set on him, which will just give me a little bit of extra ignore defense, which will give me the 25% ignore defense, which I would have if I was using a savage set. Again, it is probably better to use a savage set as well, just to stack it on top. And to be fair, it wouldn't hurt you to do a little bit extra. These are the masteries today. We have Cycle of Magic, just to try to get a cooldown a bit faster, etc. And then pretty much this as well. Then we have got Lady Makagi, who, to be honest, isn't really built that well for this style of comp, but it works for now, so I can't really complain with it. She's arena build though, really, so again, you could go high damage and then a good savage set and like critical rate, critical damage, etc., just to help speed us up. Obviously Phantom Touch as well for the waves, and then War Master here. So I'm not actually going to show the masteries. I will just show you the speed though, because the speed is probably the most important. Now if you can lower speeds to 350, that would probably be better. 350, 355. And then obviously crit kappa, critical damage, and stuff like that. And then obviously savage build as well. But again, I really just enjoy mine too much for the arena, so I don't really want to change it really. And then I'll show you the Cardial build. So Cardial build has been typically changed up on my account quite a few times. This is my Cardial build for this comp anyway. We have 4,000 attack. We have 312 speed, 374 critical damage, and then a 20% ignore defense. Again, if you can go savage with these type of stats, that'd be cool. These are a bit hungry for my gear. I think if you have better blessings and I've got more oil, for sure I could probably match the stats in savage as well. These are the masteries, basically War Master is where I've gone, and then whatever really. I do use them in Hydra, so these are morely for Hydra settings, which is a little bit more important to me than the finite. So there we are, guys. There's my beautiful team to showcase with you this week. Hopefully that you like it, and hopefully that's cool with you guys. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate you guys watching to the end, and hopefully you enjoyed this. I'll be back tomorrow with another daily update. Until then, enjoy the rest of your evening. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.